Welcome back to my channel, Lotusthesage. I'm Lotus. Today we're going to do a pick a deck or pick a pile, your choice. The first deck we have is the Wizard's Tarot, and the second is the Tarot of the Pirates. So the reading we're going into today is you and your person. My intention was for people who are in situationships, can be long-term relationships. I will ask you to use your discretion, but the idea was for people who are really looking to solidify a relationship, in other words. In any type of dynamic that you're in currently, doesn't matter, you'd like to step it up or level it up in some way. Okay, my beautiful collective, I will see you at your timestamps. Welcome my deck one or my pile one. We're going to use the tarot at the very end just to get where their actions are, what they might, what their movements might be after we get into your oracle cards. So your pile is on the left. These are the connecting energies, and this is your person. My intention was, generally speaking, my viewer, you're going to be on my left-hand side, and your person will be on the right. Again, please use your discernment. You might be the person on the right, and they might be the person on the left. But normally, based on how I read, generally speaking, the person who is viewing this will be on my left, just as a heads up. Again, the connecting energies are in the middle. All right, let's see what person A's energy is about when it comes to you and your person. The Lover. And your person's energy is the Pilgrim. What I'm getting from my person A or the lover person is this want, this grace, this unconditional love and compassion. I'm getting a softness, a gentleness. The main energy I'm getting is a willingness to love. An innocence in it, a mature love though within the innocence. I think the right word I'm looking for is devotion. That's the word I'm looking for, devotion and admiration. It's about appreciating the world through the senses, finding the beauty in everything that is. The lover person is trying and allowing themselves to fully embrace the feeling of love, to be present with no expectations. It's this just grateful, gentle offering is what I'm getting from person A. The Pilgrim for person B, I'm getting obviously a journey. They're on a discovery, they're on a discovery of self. I feel like you are almost a new discovery. This type of love that you have to offer is a new discovery for this person, for the Pilgrim person. The wanderer, the traveler, the apprentice. This person is seeking wisdom from you in some way. It's about how you love and how you give love. This person is learning this from you. The Pilgrim person knows that there's growth in motion, growth in movement, expansion and freedom within that wisdom that you, in my opinion, my viewer, the lover person is offering. For the Pilgrim, they might be very adventurous or risk-taking or go-getters. The lover is a little bit more sensual, reserved, laid back, receiving. The interesting thing about the Pilgrim is that they do end up settling in a place of comfort, but knowing that movement is essential. And the lover, for me, feels like comfort and home, but feels like you move people. It's like this beautiful symmetry between the two of you of giving each other what you might be lacking, for lack of a better word, in an energetic frequency sense. So that's what I'm getting from the energies of the Oracle deck. Let's see what else we have to add for my lover. We have creativity. Yeah, again, talking about that nurturing, right? That coming, the cups being the depiction of the emotions, and it being rooted in this womb type of visual art here. And that lover, again, this warm, devoted admiration of growth, abundance, and love, of how you're sharing this creativity, of wanting to literally embrace another in this cup of love. It also feels that you are a type of creative muse, like I was saying, for this person, of how you're learning for the pilgrim person. Just wanting to create with another and to create other. This lover person always finds a way to nurture themselves and to give back, and to not, again, be depleted because there's so much love to give, because this lover person knows how to replenish themselves. Again, coming back to this pilgrim person who's learning this from you, learning how to self-love. That's what they're on this journey for. This journey is about, especially when it comes to you two. And their, accomplishment. That's exactly what they're trying to do, is accomplish this task. Accomplish this task of learning how to love truly, deeply, fully, completely, unconditionally. They want to also achieve a sense of accomplishment for you. They may also be very accomplished, of course. They might have been a little bit more materialistically based for the majority of their life, and you have been probably more creatively artistic based for most of your life. But you have found, the lover has found a beautiful balance of living through your creativity, and the pilgrim has been living through material gain and finding worth through that in the feeling that I'm getting. And you've been able, my lover person has been able to find that worth by things created, by things done from you, from your own two hands, from your own mind, not so heavily influenced by the outside world. The pilgrim person wants to attain that same level of surety in oneself. That's the accomplishment that they're trying to gain from you and from this. Okay, we have a masculine and feminine oracle deck for the self-forgiveness. Let's see what it says on the lover's side. I forgive myself for trying to be for others that which I first need to be for myself. Interesting. The funny thing is that I feel that this is what you've been doing. And maybe you don't feel like you have been doing, and this is what they're reminding you of. That's a very great possibility. But I was already just talking about this. I feel like this is what you're doing. I choose to believe that when I allow myself to step away and prioritize my needs, I create the opportunities for others to discover ways to fulfill their own unique needs as well. And I think that's what you're doing. It is, your belief is where you're living, in my opinion. I feel like you've already forgiven and learnt this part of it. Trying to be for others, which you need to be for yourself. You've learned how to do that. That's why you're in that lover energy. And now your belief is what is emanating from you for this person, towards this person. And this is what they're gravitating towards. Your ability to allow yourself to prioritize your needs, to create opportunities for others to discover ways to fulfill their own unique needs as well. That is what you're displaying. That is what that is what your pilgrim person is learning. Their energy. I forgive myself for sharing my love with the expectation of something in return. And again, when we were talking about this materialism on this pilgrim side, them needing sort of outside gratification for them to understand or feel worthy, or like they've accomplished something or feel successful. And so possibly majority of their dynamics or relationships have been with people who have wanted something from them, or was somehow opportunist. And I feel this person ended up behaving in that opportunistic way also, because that was the energy that was around them until they met you, which probably created a lot of misunderstandings, some separation, I'm sure, some triggers, 100%. But this ultimately is the soul lesson. This is the seed point. I choose to believe that love does not need to be directly transactional. and that when I give without expectation, I allow myself to receive from multiple sources. That's what they're learning, my loves. That's exactly what it is. My lover, my viewer, I feel that this is exactly what's happening currently in the dynamic, regardless of what is visibly happening on your 3D, in your 3D reality. This is the seed. This is the lesson that's being taught to both of you, for you to recognize and appreciate what you actually have to offer, my lover, and for the pilgrim to understand what it really truly feels like to be loved. And then in turn, that reciprocation of the work sort of put into each other, the effort and interest in one another, is what creates this beautiful growth, this creativity, this journey towards each other, this accomplishment of this opportunity with each other. Okay, let's see what the I Ching has to add for my lover person. Changing, harmonize with the past. Limitations, evolve systems of regulation. And then great power, follow conventions. This lover person over here, when it comes to the dynamic of the two of you, I am getting this overwhelming feeling from my lover person of patience, of gentleness, of understanding, of compassion, changing and harmonizing with the past, with whatever happened between the two of you in the past, whatever misunderstandings and separations. It's cultivating all of that to come forward in this beautiful emergence with one another, and the limitations of what you've changed. You know, it's that perspective, it's that creativity, it's evolving the system, you know, evolving the system of the pilgrim. Technically, they're programming your programming, which in turn leads you into this great power, which you end up following your convictions, your compassions, your intentions, your love. And then it says retreat. So again, when I was talking about separation, maybe there's still some time needed for this person to truly be able to integrate what they're learning from you, what they're understanding from this dynamic. There's still some harmonizing still with the energies, is why the retreat is here. Maybe there's still a little bit of creative reflection you can do when it comes to this energy if you're feeling a little bit stuck or unsure. Retreat for now, and know that you've done what you needed to do, in other words, for this particular dynamic, this energy exchange. Let's see what's happening with your person with the I Ching, or the I Ching. Reform, administer justice clearly. Deterioration, be generous to those below. Traveling, impose penalties carefully. Spirit is asking the pilgrim person to allow their thoughts and ways of being to reform, to be changed, to be malleable, to crumble in a sense, to deteriorate, to be gentle with yourself and to humble oneself is what I'm getting. Back to this materialism as the energy. And again, that wander, that pilgrimage, traveling, imposing penalties carefully. It almost feels like this person may have been very much of a runner, or a grass is greener somewhere else type of energy. And I think that's the reason why reform is first. It's reform and administer that justice carefully. They have carefully twice. Impose penalties carefully. It's like being gentle with yourself and really being open to the possibility that that person, the pilgrim person, might have been viewing love in a skewed way. Probably why some of the hesitation and pullback from this lover person, why it hasn't been in this, why it's not currently in this solid, committed union or companionship or friendship. Okay, and then we have time to go out, playtime. This is what I feel that their energy is in. It's like I talked about, like just running away or going somewhere else or trying to distract themselves from accomplishing this particular task, right? This avoidance, or like we said, being slightly triggered. They may also want to take you out. They may also want to travel with you. If I'm honest, it feels like somebody who's just not ready. Who's not ready to really encompass and feel what that type of genuine, non-surface love feels like. They want it, don't get me wrong, they want it, but I don't know if they are truly ready to put down some of their materialistic perspectives and views of themselves, which they have chosen to identify themselves as and with, that allows them to get distracted or have escapist tendencies when it comes to emotional topics. I don't know if they've been fully open or honest with you about their feelings for you or about what's happening between the two of you. It feels like they have not said much. And it feels like you have expressed, either not necessarily in your words, but at least through your actions, how much you care for this person. Okay, let's see your connecting energies. Mercury, messages. Speaking of that, right? About me saying that I don't think that they've said anything to you. I don't think that the communication has been as clear or as fluid as you would like. There is a meeting of the minds that needs to happen, a conversation, trying to find common ground and understanding with each other. There is this yin and yang kind of energy. Opposites attract is what I'm getting. I'm just going to read a little passage from the book for Mercury. The challenge. When a quick mind is not connected to the heart, it can cause trouble. Watch out for the busy hamster wheel of the mind, shallow thinking, scattered, dishonest, or glib approaches, and mistakes made when in a rush. And this is also a reminder for you, my friend, about why they're asking you to retreat. No hasty decisions when when things come out in a rush, mistakes happen, accidents happen. So clarifying speech, trying to find the common ground, communicating with each other clearly and honestly. The gift, however, Mercury was the messenger of the gods. Listen deeply to the messages of your soul, the conduit to spirit, and become the messenger. So again, talking about clear communication with each other about what's happening truthfully and honestly. And your divine feminine energy, goddess energy, you have Sekhmet, the Red Lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Again, it's talking about speaking up, speaking your truth, being able to be open and honest and communicative about things that are bothering you or things that you would like to say or address without fear of ruining the dynamic or making it worse or completely parting ways. The point is that we want to grow. That is the purpose of us being here on this planet and being in it as a species of this as humans. That strength to communicate, to rub against other things, to create friction for growth, for wisdom, for understanding. Find that strength, both of you. But my lover, since you're the one probably watching this, either way, find that strength, communicate what it is, but retreat for now. So maybe it's just a matter of getting your thoughts formulated. So when this pilgrim does tend to come back around, as they are this runner on this journey, they come back around, you'll know exactly what it is you'd like to communicate, what you don't like about the dynamic, what you think should or can be fixed. Honor your anger and give voice to it. And honor your truth and give voice to it. Okay, so we're gonna get into your tarot. And I'm so sorry about the angle. I'm gonna get a wide lens, hopefully for Christmas, if not Boxing Day, and it'll be a better angle for all of you. So I can get some bigger spreads out on this table. So on your side, you're gonna take 3 cards. Oh, 4 wants to come out. I'll show you them in a second. And on their side, connecting energies. On the lover side, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower, Temperance, and the Two of Cups in reverse. My lover person, what I'm getting is, I feel like you want to pull back all of what you've given. That's what I feel like. I feel like you might be feeling a little bit of taken advantage of. And you're like, I need to, because you are such a giver, and then maybe this is where you forgive yourself for trying to be for others that which I first need to be for myself. Maybe that's where that is. It's about assuming that somebody could or will love you in the same way that you view love. And obviously we already know that this pilgrim person has had a different type of view of love. So the way you were giving, even though it was loving, nurturing, exactly what you should be doing, you might have felt it wasn't received well, which created this tower moment inside of you, this chaos of sort of, I'm getting like a fuck this. Like that's the energy I just got, like a total flip of like, fuck this shit. All this shit that I've given, and Spirit is asking you to temper, honey. temper, like temper that energy. You know, this Two of Cups, this is why you're in doubt. It's like, it's not like it's not here and that there's not love here. There's just certain things that are happening behind the scenes or underneath for this person that they have been living a completely different life than you. And the work that you have done and the years, in my opinion, that you have worked on yourself, this person is almost just beginning their pilgrimage and you've been on your journey. So it's almost like you're asking a novice to get to an advanced level. Lickety split. I know it's not like that, but that's energetically what it's like. So temper what it is that you need in yourself. Communicate clearly the things that make you upset. And if you don't feel okay enough to do that, then retreat. Retreat. Okay, let's see what your person. Five of Swords in reverse. Three of Cups. And the Page of Pentacles. I'm feeling from your person that they want to get out of this energy of what they're in, of this playtime always, of the celebration and just distraction and escapist tendencies. You know, they want to start this for real pilgrimage. Like they really want to go on to this journey. And this is what I was talking about. Like they're just beginning it. And that's that page, the same energy as I was talking about. It's not like they're unaware of the connection. This is what this Spirit is reminding you of. It's not they're unaware. They, like I feel they're fighting with themselves, and I feel like they're coming out of that fight. That's why this deterioration is be generous with those below. And I think that it's the people who they might have been with, you know, like whoever these people are. If there's a third party dynamic or other women or men involved in this situation, and you're like, why are you keep going back to these frivolously superficial materialistic, toxic type of energies, and I am just oozing freaking sensuality, love, and goodness. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell do I need to do? Which is what this explosion feels like, you know? And I get that 112%, my friends. So it does feel like they want to get out of that. They want to get out of the conflict, get out of their head. They don't want to fight with this energy and feeling that they have anymore. They don't want to continue necessarily with the way that they've been going about their playtime, and it feels like they want to find a better way to enjoy their time, and I feel that has to do with your connection. They want a real connection, not one that's just for a good time. And the connecting energies are Queen of Wands, High Priestess in reverse, Five of Wands in reverse. What I'm getting for the connecting energy is to use your passion and your fortitude and gusto to go after what it is you want. And this is, you know, in the connecting energy about speak your voice, voice your feelings. And that's the High Priestess of no longer keeping things in, revealing what it is that you're passionate about. Don't want the competition. That's what it's getting like. You want to have a conversation about this type of competition, which is whatever their time is being preoccupied with, whether that be money, materialistic, other energies, sexual encounters. It doesn't matter. It's like, I'm done playing like I'm fighting for your attention or fighting for your time, fighting for your words. So either we're going to try and do this, which they do, they want to. I'm telling you, they really do want to. And that's still just a matter of, you know, your situation better. And if you can see a foreseeable future of when they would speak up or not. But the point being is that the intention and the thought process is in the right place for this pilgrim person. Their actions currently are not in the right place, but at least they are being aware of what it is that is not working for them currently. So that connecting energy, they're asking you to, both of you, to speak up, speak your passion. Let go of the other extra competition and battles that are beside or behind or around you. Let go of the fight. And then your bottom of the deck energy is the Star, right? Which is talking about that healing, that destiny, that wanting to come in. But we need to finish this cycle of whatever it is that's not working currently in your dynamic. I'm clarifying the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So for the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, we have Death. This Death card I love. That boredom, they're like, been here, done that. When are we going to be done with this cycle? That's what I'm getting, and that's that Queen of Pentacles in reverse and that Tower energy. And then for the Two of Cups in reverse, we have the Nine of Cups. It's like that wish is coming in, right? It is coming in, and that's why they're asking you to temper this energy, to not get caught up in the timing of this one in particular. Easier said than done, obviously, but that's what Spirit's wanting you to keep your focus on, or at least keep your attention towards, or keep the hope alive of your love. It's not about the love you're giving to that person or whatever, it's how you love. That's what they want you to maintain right now. Don't let that die. I'm going to clarify this Three of Cups and the Five of Swords. Three of Cups. Six of Swords, that's right. Moving away from that energy of this party celebration only and type of vibe. Look at that. And the Five of Swords, we get the Seven of Pentacles, working on that planting seeds to move away from this type of playtime all the time. And let's get one for the High Priestess. Ooh. Oh, funny. Look at that. The High Priestess again. For the High Priestess to clarify. Yeah, it's like there's a lot that wants to be said. And then for the for the Five of Swords, excuse me, Five of Wands, you get Five of Swords. Like nobody's winning this battle if nobody speaks up is what I'm getting. Nobody's gonna win this. It's not gonna go anywhere if people decide to stay quiet. If you keep your feelings to yourself, it's gonna stay stagnant. So yes, there is a cycle, there is a timing for this. And look, Three of Cups in reverse underneath this deck. So they're working on it, is what I'm gonna say. They're working on it. Your pilgrim person is working on it. It is just difficult, but you also need to speak your truth. And I know that you have to feel that out for that to be able to be safe and heard and communicated and not misunderstood like it has in the past, for sure. Okay, some Lovers Oracle cards to close off your reading, my beautiful deck one. There it is. This is the middle. They said this is their energy. And this is yours. The bottom of the deck, oops. Oh my god, the table's so messy. The bottom of the deck energy for this deck is: be aware of what you are projecting for the qualities you admire in one another, or qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Which is what this is reminding me of here, this High Priestess twice. It's like you both are hesitant to speak because of past exchanges, changing, harmonizing with the past. This is what's the limitations, evolving past the systems of regulation, deterioration. Be generous with those below. Their perception of, people that have less than or don't have anything to offer them. Again, this materialistically based. Traveling towards each other, though. Beware of those thoughts. Okay, the connecting energy is advice. Beautiful. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Soar like that bird. New beginnings are on the horizon. If you allow yourself, you both, to communicate. The Pilgrim. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. And this is what this person is trying to do. Shifting the cycle, that's what they want. To shift the cycle to come to you, to make that movement towards you, to have this true new beginning, this new pilgrimage towards you. Your advice: when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And that's it. There is no right and wrong, my loves. Allow this process to occur, to unfold. Retreat when you feel too anxious. Know exactly what it is. Take some time to think about what it is that you want to voice when this opportunity does present itself for you guys to have clear communication, to be honest with each other, to not to blame one another. Okay. I think that's all I have for you, my beautiful Pal 1. Please let me know if that was helpful. Give it a like, subscribe if you feel so inclined, leave it a comment, just so I can know that this is tapping into the right energies and I can continue doing these types of love readings. So, sending you all of my love, my beautiful budding beauties. You please keep watering your lives. Until next time, this is Lotus. Ciao. Welcome my deck 2 or my pile 2. So we're going to use the tarot at the end to look into the future actions or thoughts behind what's going on. My viewer's energy is on the left. Connecting energy. And your person's energy. So, based on how I've been reading or how I read, generally speaking, my viewer is going to be the person on the left and your person on the right. Of course, use your discretion. You obviously could be the person on the right and they're on the left, but generally speaking, based on the way I read, I'm going to more than likely reference you as this person. But again, like I said, feel free to do as you choose. And again, the connecting energy is these two cards here. And we'll look at the tarot at the end. All right, let's get into your person 1, person A's energy. What is the archetype of person A? The father. And for person B, the vessel. For the father person or archetype, I'm feeling this, between the both of you anyways, is very masculine and feminine dominant roles is what I'm getting. My person over here, the father, I'm assuming maybe my viewer, is this very nurturing, balanced, integrative, is that the right word? Integrative, meaning that there is this beautiful symmetry and merging of the yin and yang energy within this father archetype. Although I feel that this vessel person is the perfect or the right ingredient of type of feminine energy that this person either needs to embody, wants to experience, or have in their life. And I feel for this vessel person, there's this softness, this sweetness, this holding of space, of love, of nurturance. And in a sense, I'm feeling like this father archetype, this person here, is technically the vessel in which this vessel wants to be encapsulated with. It's like that nurturance and that the nectar is what I'm getting of this vessel, of what's in the actual vessel, is this person's energy, which is this soft sweetness, a place of incubation and newness, life. And this father character has like an old soul history, might be very outdoorsy, very nature-based. And the vessel feels very home-bodied. Comforts, like I'm seeing like a home, fireplace, blankets, warmth, that type of stability. It's like outer and the inner. That's literally what I'm getting. The father archetype being the outer vessel and the vessel person being the inside. It's like it's this both. It's a beautiful, it's literally this. It's like this is what's inside and this is the father and that's it. It's just, it's beautiful. I don't know how else to word what I'm getting visually. There's an interesting description in the book that I would like to read that Spirit's bringing me to. It says, yet ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither king nor god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and one who leaves us to the wolves. Here, yet gone, the champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in this archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. And this is what I was talking about, this beautiful, that perfect fit for what this person, this father is needing is within this vessel. This is the flaws, the wounds, the realization or the understanding that this father archetype is neither God nor king. So it's about finding that humanity and that humbleness within, and I think that this vessel person allows that for this father person. A passage for the vessel The vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? You must find out. And that's what the vessel is exploring, in my opinion, with this father archetype. Again, it's a really wonderfully matched pairing is what I'm getting. And both piles that I've done so far are echoing in a very similar energy of creating this beautiful masculine and feminine dynamic between these two people. And it feels very healthy and balanced. It's not so one-sided when it comes to the energetic frequency that's being omitted. Okay, let's get into more energies about the father. Sadness. What I'm getting or hearing is there's a loneliness in the person of the father archetype here. The sadness created from not finding something, in other words, to hold, like that vessel, to nurture, to protect, to love. I feel like this father archetype has had many false, is that the right wording? Many false possibilities or ideas in their way of loving or finding love or attracting love that has taken a lot from them, is what I'm getting. I feel like this person is a natural giver, this father person, and they've extended themselves out so much, so many times, in hopes of keeping love open and on it, or love open and expressive, but it's fallen short, is what I'm getting. And I feel that this father person is ready to let go of this sadness, of this, the fork in the road, the decision that they have to make, meaning that something needs to change in the way that they're giving, what they're looking for, or how they express it, whatever that means for them, for the father person. So it feels like they're ready to break free out of this sadness. And I feel like you are part of this breaking free, breaking towards. Or the vessel person, not the yours, sorry, the vessel person. Okay. For the vessel. Wealth. It's a big abundance feeling from this vessel person. Like I said, nurturing, caring, giving, supportive, warm, comforting. And that wealth of emotion, that wealth of time, energy, honesty. And if you're seeing this here, to me, these bubbly lines, it's like this is what I'm seeing. How it connects. It's like this sadness person has been stretching out for this beaming light that is the vessel, trying to reach it. And they've been in the dark for so long, or in a shadowy place, or in a place that didn't feel good. I'm getting almost a feeling of this is all I don't even want to say it. They're telling me that this is all I can get, and not in a bad way, but it's like in a settling way, being like, well, this is who I am, like settling for, these are the type of people I like, or this is what I'm attracted to, or this is what's expected of me, or this is what I'm supposed to be into, or some nonsense that the father person may have held on to because it may have came easier at a point, or it was available or offered to them in a sense. And the father's gentle soul ended up being very hurt, very wounded. And this vessel person, I'm sorry I'm not speaking as much about, but they feel so warm and comforted and grounded is the word, and knowing exactly what it is that they're doing. And know what kind of person the Father is also, hence why they want to offer them something, in my opinion, to give of their wealth. The vessel person may obviously come from wealth, but meaning the sense of any type of wealth. Yes, it can be monetary wealth, but it could be well-educated, really well-loved, well-liked, all of that stuff. There's an abundance of love that this vessel character has. And this vessel person also wants to experience the other side in a sense of what they have not either had to deal with or was not in their environment because of their fortune in their life. And I feel like the Father person is either from a different type of social class or status or walk of life in general, that they can both mutually benefit from. And again, like I was talking about the lower and the higher realms, well, if I didn't, this is what I was feeling, like that sadness of the underneath merging into this rooting tree here. It's like the light and the dark in a sense. The Father person, obviously, if we're going to go literal, could deal with anxiety and some depressions and reclusiveness. I don't feel like your circles actually mesh. Not that they wouldn't work, just feel like I don't think you guys run in the same circles, in other words. I'm interested in how you guys met. The vessel person is more than likely very sure of themselves, sure of their footing, sure where they're going, confident. The Father person, I feel like, might appear on the outside as very confident, but on the inside they are very fragile and very wounded when it comes to their past, in particular when it comes to relationships. Okay, let's go into the self-forgiveness oracle for my Father archetype. I forgive myself for catastrophizing and abandoning hope when I perceive something has not gone according to my plan. That's exactly what this person needs to do, is forgive themselves for all of their past experiences that have led them to self-restrictions now. They're abandoning hope, which allows them to sit in this sadness for too long at times. Because it hasn't gone, like I said, how they've given. It hasn't been reciprocated in the same way that they felt they have given. I choose to believe I am being built for what it is I am building. And that requires an expansion in perspective in order to accommodate a higher plan. And that's what we're talking about, right? We're talking about that shift, ready to make that change out of that sadness. The expansion in the perspective to accommodate this higher plan, which is to merge with this vessel person. For the vessel person, I forgive myself for thinking that what I think I want is more important than what I need. Interesting. This is an interesting similarity also to Pal 1. Pal 1's also had one of the people was very materialistically 3D based, not necessarily in a negative way, just that's been their focus and how they grew up. And this also feels the same, but very different in the sense of the wealth does not necessarily just feel like materialistically. It feels like a wealth of friendship, a wealth of knowledge. It feels more well-rounded, in other words. And for thinking and forgiving yourself for thinking what you think is more important than what you need. Maybe the way that you were viewing wealth was that about the wealth of the self, quite plainly. And I think there might have been a place where you forgot about the wealth of the person, the wealth of love. I feel like some of that has been missing when it comes to sharing that or being able to really receive it for this person on the vessel side. That's interesting. I I choose to believe that what I think I want is not necessarily reflective of my truest desires, and I am constantly receiving what I need in order to clarify those desires, which is, I think, this person, which is what I was talking about, this beautiful balance of this yin and yang energy, this light and dark. It's what it's making me, what they're saying to me, it's like too much of a good thing, you know? You can't appreciate too much of a good thing if that's all you've known, because it becomes normal, it becomes complacent, without variations, without ripples, without the shadow. And same with this person here, without the light, it becomes jaded, it becomes flawed. Because the truth is not fully actualized. All right, let's see what the I Ching has to say on the Father's end over here. 28, excess, act independently. 33, retreat, avoid exhibiting anger. Number 29, abyss, function as an educator. I feel this excess has to do with the catastrophizing and abandoning hope. It's act independently, know what needs to change, know what you want to go after and go after it. Choose to get out of the sadness. I know easier said for most, but that is as simple as it is. I'm choosing not to use this energy in this way because it's not helpful. So I might as well try my best to get out or retreat from allowing myself to feel this anger, for this sadness, for this blame, for this lack of hope. Instead, I'm going to educate myself within this abyss, within this darkness, and function as my own educator. Function on a higher perspective, an expansive perspective, and accommodate the higher plan, which is to merge with something that is different, that is full, that it'll feel complete in a sense. And that function as the educator is that part of you are being built for what you are building, and that is what you're heading towards. I love that. And then you have, choose you. Exactly. Excess. Act independently and choose to be happy. Choose to step forward towards what you want. Choose to step out of this lack of hope, of catastrophizing and abandoning yourself. Retreat instead of explosive anger or non-expressive anger. They're just giving you a boost, my Father person. You got this. You can do this is the point. You can do this. You can accomplish this. Hope is not lost. Awesome. Okay, let's see over here for my vessel person. 59, reuniting, establish a meeting place. Wow. 31, attraction, be open and accept others. Interesting. And 18, disruption, cultivate your virtues. That's very fitting for this vessel energy that I was getting earlier, in particular when it comes to what you think is not necessarily what reflects your deepest desires, and reuniting with a place in yourself that might not have been nourished enough. And this Father archetype person is that meeting place. In other words, it's reuniting with a part of you that hasn't been experienced, that wants to be experienced, that wants to be loved. And that attraction, being open and accept others, when I was talking about different classes, and this picture in particular on this feels a little bit like that, emperor peasant type of vibe. And that is what is asking this vessel person. Maybe there was a point in time where this person was looking down on this or judging this type of character or personality, but not really looking at what is actually truly desired instead of what they think they want or need. You know, figuring out exactly what you need and how you're going to now change how you've been moving in the ways of love. How your truest desires have possibly been, you know, encapsulated in this particular vessel. Like we said, does it need to break? Does it need repair? Does it need to open? And then you have, my focus is elsewhere. Apparently, because that is what they're talking about, for thinking that what I think is and want is more important than what I need. The focus needs to be on what you need, your truest desires. And in my opinion, this person has something to offer you that you have not experienced, that your soul is actually wanting and yearning for. Or that vessel person. I know I keep saying your, but you get what my point is. Yeah, Spirit wants this vessel person to put the focus back into love. Quite literally, specifically love. In all aspects of how they have viewed love, how they've looked at love, how they've been trained, quote unquote, in love. And this father person is asking them to choose you, to choose the other, to change the thoughts or the way that you've been approaching certain aspects of love. Okay, let's see the connecting energies. We have Taurus. Cultivate. They've already used that word, haven't they? Cultivate your virtues, right? Nurturance. Again, home, stability, beauty, resources, abundance, harvest, all of these words. This is the connecting energy. This is what this would bring in, like we talked about, this beautiful nurturance of both. From the book, I'm going to read the challenges and the gifts, but one particular sentence that I feel is relevant for this dynamic here. In a relationship, listen to both the signals of body chemistry and the practicalities of your life to give it a fertile field. Cultivate your garden. Challenge. Taurus, excess can lead you to mistake stubbornness for strength or look for spiritual and emotional answers in the material world. There will never be enough stuff to fill an emotional void. Sensuality is a Taurus gift, but sex alone will not fulfill a desire for love. Clarify your hunger. And that's for both of you exactly. That wealth or that money thing, status, whatever that case might be for this vessel person, and the surface or giving of too much or the excess can be too stubborn and rigid in how they choose to move and find love. The gift, however, my beauties, is everything that surrounds you is made up of matter, and the word matter comes from the Latin word mater or mother. Taurus connects you to the sacred earth, Mother Gaia herself, the physical vessel who holds spirit in the body, in the plants, and in the earth beneath us. Look at this. How synchronistic of this vessel, this cultivate. This is like, it's this beautiful, beautiful emergence. Yeah, so allow yourselves to cultivate what you guys are really trying to achieve here. Really trying to achieve. Okay, beautiful. And your goddess energy. Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Speaking about Mother Gaia, nature, natural, and the frequency of love. Everything that we've talked about, this is the embodiment of what your dynamic wants to bring in. It's a lot of nurturance. It's heavy on that nurturance. Diana is associated with fertility, phases of the moon, the ability to communicate with animals, of nurturance. The wilderness is within us. It's not necessarily, it can be fully literally, but they're talking about that wilderness within because we are a part of it. There is so much more that we can receive from the natural elements of being rooted and grounded and connected. We just have to develop that connection with self, with earth, with one, with all, with each other. So that connecting energy is beautiful. It's very, very lovely. That's what can be created between the two of you, and that's what's energetically happening underneath the surface. I just feel like both of your actions right now are just, you guys are both sort of refusing to budge, that stubbornness of the bull. But it's not like you're not going to. I don't feel like it's not going to happen. It just feels like it's still a process right now. Okay, let's get into your tarot, my loves. I'm going to take 3 cards for each section, for the Father, for the Vessel, and for the connecting energy. I was doing it over here, I was just gonna blow everything away. Okay, for the Vessel person, 3 of Swords wanted to show itself, so take it. Okay, and the connecting energy. Sorry for the mess. I apologize. I'm going to get a wide lens, hopefully for Christmas or Boxing Day, when this will be able to allow me to get larger spreads on my table over here. Okay. First one out we have is 3 of Cups in reverse. Then we have the King of Wands in reverse. And then the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like this Father person really is hung up on, currently I should say, not necessarily for long, but I feel like since they've met you, about their own particular status of what they can or cannot offer you. I feel like they feel at a loss, or maybe this is partially where some of the sadness is coming from, of them not feeling able to measure up to whatever they perceive your expectations to be based on this, especially this be open and acceptance and accept others. I wonder if there's a little bit of that looking down from the Vessel person towards this Father that is making them feel that they need to somehow acquire a little bit more of self-sufficiency, which is probably not necessarily a bad thing about getting ambition, but it depends on what that cap is, right? And that excess, act independently, is it too much? Is that more than you actually want, you know? Or is that what's not, or is that even important for a healthy dynamic, especially considering that this person to me feels like a hard worker, you know, regardless of the type of wealth they have or have acquired in their life. Yeah, this Father person doesn't feel very, again, that hope. It's that hope again, you know, catastrophizing and abandoning hope. And they're not abandoning it per se, but they're looking at it in a different way. I don't feel like that's really what the point of whatever insecurities or triggers may have been had when you guys interacted last or at some point. Okay, my Vessel person. Okay, you have the 8 of Pentacles. Or they have the 8 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. The Star that came out with the 3 of Swords. Oh my god, I said 6 of Wands, didn't I? It's the 2 of Wands, Mother of God. I'm so sorry. Okay. Interesting. Wow. I feel the 2 of you guys are just literally going in opposite directions than where spirit wants you to go. I don't mean to laugh, but it's like this father person over here is like, okay, I'm not really gonna get it this way. I'm not really this king. I'm not feeling this super energetic or can use these emotions in a conscious action-based way. And so I'm just gonna have to just get my coin. I'm just gonna like level myself up, which is in my opinion, a skewed version of choose you. It's not to choose you to just have money and status. It's, are you doing this for the right reason? Are you doing this just to impress or get the person when that's not really gonna help you? It's not gonna satisfy you. We already know this. And this person over here with the Eight of Pentacles, wanting to work towards something diligently, but with your hard work paying off, making a plan to set your destiny, and then you're going towards what? The Three of Swords. Like totally in the direction of more of the same. It's the same. That's what I'm getting. Like you've been given a glimpse of what to go after, and then why this came out, it's like you're gonna go back to something that hasn't been fulfilling for you. Why? That's what it's saying here. To me, anyhow. Interesting, you two. My goodness, I want to hit you both. And okay, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not a matter of you lowering your expectations, the vessel person. That's not what I'm getting at. But I feel like you're missing a valuable piece of what's actually needed within this father archetype. And this father archetype is skewing, or his personality is so fragile and so skewed that they think this is the way to get you, to show you love. And that's not it, because it's already more of the same. This is not what you need. You know, it's not a matter of how long this necessarily will last. It's about what you need right now, my loves. And what you need right now, both of you guys are going in the direction that is not gonna bring this in currently. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, and then you have here, as the connecting energy, is the Ten of Pentacles. As he's like scooting out, taking his ish and going. Like, Nine of Wands in reverse. I give up, I surrender. Man, don't know if I really wanna fight for this anymore. And then, the Queen of Pentacles. She's like, yep, flipping my thumb, I got my riches and I'm good. Like, again, it just feels like a solo energy. Ducking out, deking out, don't want to deal with this, don't necessarily want to fight with this, so I'm just gonna go back to the same old. Ah, that's frustrating, you two. Underneath the deck energy, though, is the Magician. There's hope for change, hope for possibilities, hope to alchemize this, hope to transition or transform this particular type of energy that's happening right now, unless that's not what you want. I don't know. I'm gonna clarify. There's something that's not sitting right with me. I am clarifying all three. I'm gonna do one, but nope, all three. I'll show you in a second. Clarifying the Three of Cups, the Lovers, clarifying the King of Wands, Six of Wands, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords in reverse. It's still the same energy for me. It's like, what I'm getting is, I'm not happy with what's happening here, this person on the father's side. I want victory, and I want to feel victory within myself. And the Seven of Swords, yes, in the reverse is better. There's like less trickery and thievery, but it still feels like it's the wrong, sugar. It still feels like the intention behind the reasoning to get this wealth or status, not necessarily the most helpful reason. like it's almost like sneaking away to like better yourself behind the scenes, and in hopes that you come back and you're like this new person, so to speak. And they're like, I don't know if it's malicious or, again, it's in a manipulation base because you're feeling lack. It's from a sense of lack, of feeling that you can't achieve this goal without achieving this thing first. This person won't accept you without this thing first. They may have even said that without you making a certain amount of money, you can forget it. And so now you've set off on this superficial type of journey, which technically may lead you to somewhere, but I don't think it's going to lead you in the end goal to where you're actually thinking about currently, or what this person might be thinking about now. And then on the vessel side, we have Four of Wands on the Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles again, and Justice in reverse for the Star. So that Four of Wands, wanting that victory, wanting to work at something or work towards something. And that work towards, in this person's view, is that plan to their wealth, right? Which is where this Queen of Pentacles came up over here before. To their status, to keeping and maintaining that. But again, leading to that Star and that healing, Justice still isn't, like, it's not satisfying. It's the same message over again. And then the Ten of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles, which is when this card here referencing like taking your riches and going, and this one's talking about reciprocity. It's like, well, if this is not going to be balanced, or we're not on the same page when it comes to this give and take of how we view each other and how we love and respect each other, then no wonder this person's, or these people, or somebody's out, you know? They want this balance. And that Nine of Wands, not being able to fight for, again, which means that the wish isn't granted or delayed, or a new cycle has to start with this Nine of Cups in the reverse. You hear me? You know, so what's the plan? Are you going to stay in this? Are you going to stay in this Queen of Pentacles and just marinate and wait for things to change, or wait for this person to level up? It's your prerogative. You can do whatever you like, but the point being is that you have the ability to change and have this action now, to have this good feeling now, to acquire what you guys are actually both wanting and missing within each other, because you both have it, but yet you guys are still playing this dance, this game, this runaround, instead of just addressing the issue like a bull, head right on, right in there. Come back to that wilderness within the self. And underneath the deck, look at that, Two of Cups. I'm telling you, you guys both want this, but you're like fighting it so damn hard. And I don't know why, my lovelies. Okay, let's close off your reading. This was a long one. Opal 2. Okay, so we have connecting energy. That was fast. For the vessel person. Boo. And for the Father. There we go. Okay. Connecting energy first. This is your picture. It says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. All right, give each other some space. Let's see with the vessel. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. That's it. Dissolve these thoughts away, my friend. I really want this vessel person to look again. That's what I would say. Look again. And for my Father person, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve and to be and have all that your heart truly desires. And that is true, right? Because this person has been so hurt for so long, too. And you have what the vessel person has what they need, and the Father person has what the other needs. Oh, the underlying energy of that deck is, look at that, transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. That's it, my beautiful budding beauties. I hope this was helpful. I hope this gave you some insight and some understanding as to what might be happening in the dynamics in your life when it comes to love. Please like, subscribe if you feel so inclined, to leave a comment, just so I know that these energies are tapping into the right peeps and I can keep doing some more of these types of readings. I'm sending you so much love. Please keep watering your lives until next time.